If you are a pro sports fan, you may be longing for some live action and excitement. And as the outlook seems pretty stagnant this year with the pandemic putting so much on hold, I might need to take a big breath before we introduce our next guest. Joining us is former Director of Strength and Conditioning and Performance for the New York Yankees, Coach Dana Cavalea. Coach Cavalea led the Yankees to a world championship in 2009, and that same year he was also awarded the Nolan Ryan Award given to the top strength and performance coach in Major League Baseball. Coach Cavalea is also an author with his hit children's book series, Champion Kids. Hey, Coach, thanks for joining us today.
Hey, thanks for having me.
So, Coach, you have transitioned from training the New York Yankees to becoming a speaker and personal performance coach, as well as an author of books for adults and kids. Talk about that journey and how this all came about.
Yeah, well, you know what? It's a lot of fun. I love what I do in terms of coaching, and I realized that, yes, athletes need coaching, but so does everybody else. So I have this passion to help people meet and exceed their full potential. So literally, I just started writing, and I said, how could I help people? And I felt books were a really good way to do that.
Okay, so you talk about people finding their inner champion, and it doesn't happen by accident. What does it take to do that, and what are the benefits when you find that inner champion?
Well, the biggest thing is you got to see yourself as a champion. See, life is hard, it's competitive. I say it's the most competitive sport in the world, and how you see yourself will determine the results that you get in life. So I tell everybody, listen, there's a champion inside of you. It's your job to bring that champion to life.
So people have to find this champion, but what is it that's holding them back?
Usually it's currently how they look at themselves, right? They see themselves as is, right? And they see, the results that they've been getting, and they think that that's it for them. But the reality is, if you could raise the image of yourself, you can actually get there. But you have to see yourself, like I said, as that champion first. So it's how you see yourself. Daily visualization of who it is that you want to become is essential.
I think that's a great message. And you now have a series of books for kids. What motivated you to work in this children's book space?
Oh, listen, I spent a lot of time working with adults, right? Competitive athletes, adults in business. And I said, what do these people need the most, right? They need to be better leaders, and they need more confidence. So if we could create that amongst kids today through books and through learning, we have a really good chance of improving the leadership skills and the confidence needed to compete in sports and business down the line. So I said, what better time to do that than when they're kids?
That's great. Teaching them all to be champions. You deal with subjects like bullying. You want the kids to feel empowered and be able to stand up for themselves?
Yeah, bullying, teamwork. I wrote a book called Girls on the Run, which is about girls not competing with each other, but working together. My other book, Johnny the Jet, is about a young man that's on his way to a baseball game that gets pushed off a bike by the bully, and he ends up not striking the bully back, but instead pulling the bully in onto his team and saying, hey, listen, you can be a champion, but you have to forget that old life of bullying. And that's that. I also wrote another book called Disco Desi, which is for a friend of mine that just recently passed from cancer, and it teaches kids how to deal with the good times and the bad times in life, because we're going to have good and we're going to have bad, but we all have to learn how to deal with it.
Yeah, a lot of important lessons. And Coach, before I let you go, I've got to ask you, do you have any insight on when we might be able to get back to being able to enjoy playing sports, watching these pro sports? We're all itching to do that.
Yeah, I'm itching too, so I can't wait for that to happen. I hear rumblings that baseball is going to start right around July 4th. If the league and the players could come together and make it happen, and I know a lot of players today are excited to get back on the field, so I hope that happens, and I know they do too.
Coach, where can people keep up with you, maybe learn a little bit more about your books? You do them for adults as well, and it's all about finding that inner champion. Where can people go for that information?
Yeah, so DanaCavalea.com is my main hub, and then the book is available on Barnes & Noble, Amazon, and any book retailer that's out there online.
All right, Coach. Well, we hope you're taking good care out there. I'm going to check out your books. Sounds like a good one for my boys, and we appreciate your time here today. Take care. Stay safe.
Take care.
This interview involves commercial content. The products and services featured appear as paid advertising.